Coco Lee, or Li Wen in Chinese, was known as the Diva of Chinese music. She sang the theme song for the Disney movie Mulan and was nominated for an Oscar for her performance singing the theme song for the hit movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Tragically, while suffering depression on July 5, 2023, Coco took her own life at the age of 48. A month after her passing, on August 17, 2023, a 9-minute video of Coco appeared online. In it, she exposed unfair competition in a talent show, Sing China, in which the show faked competition and bullied its participating performers. The video quickly exploded on the internet, causing the stock price of Sing China's parent company, Star China Media, to fall more than 75% in 8 trading days, losing nearly 38 billion Hong Kong dollars, or nearly $5 billion US dollars in its market value. Here is the recording by Coco before she passed away.
I
was in pain on the last day of Sing China, October 14th. My left leg was like what? Let me tell you, it was like hypothermia, like below 40, like ice and snow, extremely cold feeling. It felt numb. It could feel nothing. It felt numb. Let me tell you, we told them in advance I didn't want people to see me with crutches or use a wheelchair, so I had to be strong. I must stand on that stage with all I got. I went to Sing China despite my life-threatening condition. My doctor begged me not to go because the breast cancer I have is like a ticking bomb. Do you understand? I don't care because I love the show Sing China. I really love it. I think these young people are full of hope. They also love music. Our common language is the love of music. I can sacrifice myself no matter what. But I didn't know that they were a bunch of bad guys. They messed with me just because I told the truth. This is a fact. The system of competition isn't right.
Sing China is a singing competition launched by Zhejiang Satellite Television in 2012. It mimics similar Western shows and features judges who will turn their chairs at the push of a button to signal their approval for a participant to enter the next round of competition. Since the show started, it has set a record as the longest-running seasonal entertainment show in China and generated large amounts of advertising revenue. In October 2022, Coco was invited to be a judge for the show. She found out there were problems with the selection system and that it was unfair. For example, one of her students was eliminated after scoring 88.3 points, while another student with 73 points was given a second chance. To her surprise, when she raised the evident unfairness, she was attacked by the show director. At the recording session, a crew member of the show tried to manhandle her, pulling her clothes and forcing her to leave the recording session right away.
If there is a problem, please have them carry me away. I'm going to sit here for a while to calm down, okay? If they have a problem, they'll have someone to carry me away, okay? Is it because there's so few of us that we don't have this fifth chance? So you Sing China guys have people compete based on the size of the team? Yes, with more people, there will be a second chance to sing. You don't select the best singers. I see, he scored 88.3 points, and the lower one scored 73 points. But that person can compete again. My singer, with a score of 88.3, can't. Please find someone to explain to me the rules of this game. I just want to say that you guys will edit all out, the part you don't like. Of course, you guys will edit out everything I said. I'm telling the truth. You guys will cut it all out. I'm telling the truth. Surely I know it's called unfairness. Don't touch me. Nobody touches me. Let me come down, okay? You just drove away my trainees. Why? Why?
After Coco's recording was exposed, it quickly rose to the top of Weibo's hot list. Seeing that the incident had gotten the public increasingly furious, Sing China quickly issued an official response. The company said that the recording was maliciously edited, that it was disrespectful to the deceased, and that it also seriously damaged the show's image, which we strongly condemn. The official response not only failed to appease the public outrage, but also provoked the wrath of Coco's fans. Under the pressure of public opinion, on August 25th, Zhejiang Satellite TV officially announced on its official Weibo page, "In view of the fact that Sing China is under investigation in response to the feedback from the audience and netizens, the show is temporarily suspended." In the beginning, despite the angry average Chinese, almost no celebrities from the entertainment industry spoke out regarding Coco's encounter. The collective silence wasn't considered odd, as many have come to accept that if one challenges any unfair practices, it would be like declaring war on the industry they work in. Hong Kong celebrity singer Jenny Sang was the first to voice her criticism on social media sites. She wrote on August 18, 2023, that everyone involved in Sing China lacks a conscience and will do anything for fame and profit. They insult their peers in their own profession as well. I despise them. She said, "It's a market of 1.4 billion people. It's no wonder the producers are so arrogant and greedy that they treat singers like slaves, telling them to come and go as they like. It's detestable. Sing China is bought or copied from overseas, not created by themselves. I've advised you not to take part in those crap shows. Rest well and take good care. It's not worth the sacrifice, you silly girl." Money can make ghosts turn millstones. The ones who help push the mill are all ghosts. Netizens went to the social media platform of one of the directors of the show at the time and asked, "Did you guys treat Coco like this?" This director replied, "It's a shame that Coco passed away admittedly, but who let her get in the way of our normal work? It can't be helped." This response shows the director's arrogance. It seems that for those industrial professionals, they have become so used to these maneuvers that they don't see anything wrong with them. A Taiwanese writer commented on Coco's recording, "I think she is just a naive American who is not prepared for the Chinese-style moral degradation. For other Hong Kong and Taiwan artists, it's perfectly fine to go along with the trend, or they could just quit. Who is like Coco Lee, who cried her heart out? It's so un-Chinese." When Coco Lee fell down on stage, a Malaysian Chinese singer tried to help her but was pulled away by the crew. The rest of the male judges remained seated indifferently on the stage. These details have increasingly stung more people and inspired a few Chinese celebrities to speak out. On August 19th, Jin Xing, a well-known outspoken Chinese host, wrote on her Weibo account, "Coco, don't cry, the good will be rewarded with good, while evil with evil." She attached a picture with the caption, "I want to paint windows all over the earth so that all the eyes that are used to darkness will get used to light." Jin Xing was the first person in mainland China's entertainment circle to show solidarity for Coco, and she was also the first artist to publicly reveal the inside story of Zhejiang Satellite TV's fraud in an interview back in 2011.
I was asked to be a judge for a popular talent show, but through participating in the show Uncommon Sense, I knew that Zhejiang Satellite TV was internally messy. Their platforms and means of production were all very shady, so I flatly refused at that time. I did the Uncommon Sense show because of Mr. Chao Qi-tai, who invited me. I went there because of him. I didn't go there because of Zhejiang Satellite TV. When it came to the finals, they began to want to manipulate the votes. For the three finalists, they chose whoever they preferred. But if I, teacher Jing, had been there, who would have manipulated whom? They couldn't have manipulated me. They saw what a straight talker I was. If they were to tell me any inside stories, what would happen to them if I told others about it?
On the surface, Coco Lee said, "How can you do this to hurt me? Someone who loves the show and the students so much. How can you insult the sacredness of music in the name of music?" But what she really wanted to cry out was, "People's hearts have changed. The world has become degenerate. How can you confuse black and white in this world? How can you trample on the fairness of the world? Would the good people reap good rewards after all?" As the story unfolds, more dark secrets are exposed about the show. Many contestants of the show have spoken out. One participant said, "After listening to Coco's recording, I am furious. It's disgusting that a veteran singer with such a sense of justice and positive energy was treated like this by your show. Tonight, I'm going to stand up for her. As a student who participated in this year's recording of Sing China, I'm going to talk about the disgusting directing team. First, I believe that the rumor of 500,000 RMB or US 69,000 per spot isn't entirely rumor. Each major casting director in the show has his or her own interests at stake. Secondly, all the top 10 finalists can be bought and paid for, and the amount of money is beyond your imagination. If you want to go further in the show, you have to sign a contract for at least 10 years. In our first season, everyone had a story. In the show, you were told you were a truck driver, a nail salon owner, or a cashier. In fact, we are all musicians who have been singing for a long time, or singers who have been performing in bars for a long time. But for the sake of the show's effect, we have to tell you that so-and-so is a peasant, a driver, and that's why everyone goes to see it. It's a relationship of benefits. Sister Coco may not really know the inside situation. It's a relationship of interest. If you don't sign a contract, you can't go on with the show. It's that simple. If directors think you're a moneymaker and you've come to join the show, you must become their people. So, this industry is not easy. Whoever is the most obedient is the champion. Yes, in fact, the singers of Sing China are all excellent. Anyone can be the champion, so whoever is the most popular and whoever has signed a contract with the company becomes the champion. It's as simple as that.
As a fan of Coco for 20 years, I have also participated in the recording of Sing China. Today, I would like to talk to you about my experience with Sing China. I participated in the second season. Because the first season was so popular, they started a global audition for the second season. Candidates from around the globe were sent to Shanghai for recording. I remember there were 40 to 50 people from countries like Canada, the US, and Australia. All sorts of people showed up. Some had waited in China for a long time. But in the end, they were told they didn't need to record the show and could go back home. We were shocked at the time because some of the people quit their jobs, some took a break from their studies, and they bought their own flight tickets. But they were told there was no more space and they could go home now. At that time, most people thought, are you kidding me? When we signed up for the competition, the show organizer told us that if we got a place in the competition, we could definitely have a chance to record in the show. That was why we made decisions like resigning from the job or taking a leave of absence from school and so on. In the end, they told us that we could leave now because the competition was over. This kind of practice made many contestants unhappy. Because of the pressure from all sides, they finally let us record, but the results can be expected. That is, no one was selected, but it was definitely not because they lacked in their skills. Think about it. The show's directing team selected the best few people in the world and sent them back. So their ability was guaranteed, right? For example, I remember that after I finished singing, the judge, Zhang Huimei, a Taiwan singer, told me that it wasn't that you didn't sing well. It's because we aren't allowed to turn. There is no way, and I'm sorry. Many singers can sing really well. As a musician, I think they are all very good. When we left the studio after the recording, we noticed that dozens of other people had come in. They had about 20 to 30 people. We asked them who they were. These people recorded before. No judges turned for them. Now they were going to record again. So the show had space for them. They might be the ones who had paid the so-called turning butt fee. I've heard that this is the case, but I can't say for sure. So I feel that someone like Coco who's willing to speak up for newcomers is really something. It is worth it for me to have liked her for so many years.
The incident of Coco's accusing video continues to unfold, exposing the shady practices of the music industry in mainland China, and the internet is full of criticisms against Sing China. It's actually a bit strange that the CCP's online censorship hasn't stepped in. It may be a sign that the Xi Jinping government is trying to capitalize on public opinion. Who is the real boss of Sing China? As early as 2013, overseas media disclosed that on the surface the show is controlled by a man named Li Rigong, whose backing investor is the China Chinese Cultural Industry Investment Fund. As early as 2013, overseas media disclosed that this man, who serves as the chairman of the fund, is only a frontman, and the real boss behind the scenes is Li Tong. She made a huge profit of 1.7 billion yuan, or about 270 million US dollars, in just 3 months from the show Sing China. She's the daughter of Li Changchuan, the one who used to be in charge of the CCP's propaganda system. In fact, the CCP's propaganda system had long been controlled by the former CCP leader Jiang Zemin's cronies, or the Jiang faction, who served at the Politburo Standing Committee. Li Weigong served as the first secretary and propaganda minister to former Shanghai Mayor Han Zhang before moving into the commercial sector to build a large Chinese media conglomerate. In addition to Sing China, Li Weigong also created entertainment shows such as China's Got Talent and Asia's Superstars. Sing China is the largest source of income among entertainment programs. Li's cultural industry chain has covered all aspects of China's entertainment industry. Following the 20th Communist Party Congress, members of Xi Jinping's camp became the heads of officials in charge of culture, communication, and ideological systems. In August 2023, before and after the conference, the former propaganda minister and other senior officials in Shanghai's official circles were brought down one after another. It suggests that Xi Jinping is further purging the propaganda system. As such, the suspension of Sing China may not be a coincidence.